Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey my Crimsonites, how we doing today? Hopefully we are doing well. Thank you, Raw DZ, for becoming a member. Thank you so much.
Now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
So, okay. Today we are going to watch something together. This, I know it's been going viral. I've only seen the shortest of clips, so I'm not even real sure about the context of this whole conversation. But apparently, we got a hyena blowing up. And just from the first few seconds, I could tell it's a lot of foolishness. So what we're going to do, since we're watching this together, and the clip part of this is probably about 20-30 minutes, about 30 minutes or so. We're going to watch it together. So I am reacting it. I'm reacting to it along with the rest of you. Shout out to Trev. This is a clip from his show, Chew the Fat. I usually see, I've never watched Trev's show. I think I've seen the brother on LaPeep's panel more so than anything, but shout out to him. We're gonna go ahead and get started.
I promise you, I'm ungovernable. First of all, you smell funny, right? I smell funny? Yes, you do. You smell funny, and the that I with, you can never touch. Even the boy doing lame ass. Are you serious? Get the out of here.
We allow our guests to introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Asia. I'm from Northwest Philly. I'm a veteran. And I'm here today to just talk about relationships and whatever it is that you guys want to discuss.
Fair enough. You guys know me. Call me Shay, YouTuber, podcaster extraordinaire, ladies man, if I would say.
Both funny.
I'm sorry.
Clearly a comedian too, right? You know.
Absolutely.
And I'm from Jersey, baby.
Jersey in the
Sexy
South.
County, Middlesex County, Sexy County, Central Jersey.
I'm Tina. I'm from West Philly. That's all I got for y'all.
Nice. Okay. Let's get everybody's ages on the table.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How you gonna do that?
Ooh.
Well, you are up here. I mean, we all sit up here. I guess that is important.
Yeah, it is.
I'm in my 30s.
Okay.
That means late 30s. I am too, though. I'm 37. You know what I'm saying?
I'm 34.
Nice.
Yeah. Grown folks.
We are grown.
Right. Okay. All right. I like to start the question with, are you single?
Yes, I'm single.
Why?
I'm an intelligent person.
Oh my! You definitely have to explain that one. How does that relate?
I'm single. You want to know why I'm single?
Yeah, why you're single?
I think it's hard to find a partner when I have such a concrete perception of how I want to live my life. And it's hard to find a person to collaborate with me to help that manifest.
Right. So you kind of want a man to fit into your program, in a nutshell.
That's why it's really hard.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, man, no, we don't want to
We're
film.
gonna get back to that.
Yeah, we don't want to fit women's lives.
And right there, the tone is being set. The tone is being set. We can see why. Even before the crash out, anytime women want a man to fit their lives and their program, that's not a good thing because of the way she mentioned to make things manifest. If she understood the concept and the components of manifestation, she would understand that the woman in the equation of manifestation is the emotion, not the thought. So in order to bring something through, in order to manifest it, manifestation in this context, in the way that I'm using it, means to take something from a thought and an idea and bring it to fruition in the real world. That is manifestation. People misuse that word all the time because they don't know what that means. But to manifest something means to bring it from a thought, which means that it is in the abstract, it is in the spiritual world. To bring something from the spiritual world, from the abstract world, from the world of your imagination and thought, and to work on that thought in such a way as to bring the thought into the physical world. Do we understand that concept? Most people do not understand that concept because they don't see bringing things. They don't like, so when we don't like certain words, or we don't know what they mean, or we've made certain associations with words, we don't like those words, but we have to understand what those words mean. So to manifest something in its actual sense, in its righteous sense, means to bring something from the spiritual world and put it in the physical world. It happens every day. People do it every day. It's called inventions. It's called creation of systems, creation of things. Okay. So we create things. We have a thought. We focus on that thought. We say, oh, I want to do such and such, or I want to have such and such, or I want to be able to do such and such in the future. And you start building things and building your life in order to make that true. So I want to be a neurosurgeon. Now, everybody that says they want to be a neurosurgeon is not a neurosurgeon, but it is a thought. Now, if you don't ever work that thought, you can't bring it into fruition for you, but you have to work the thought. You understand? And this goes for things that have never been invented or done before also. All right. So that is what a manifestation is. Now, the formula for manifestation, the formula to actually bring something from a thought to the physical world, is not just thinking about it. It's not just wishing for it. It's not even hard work. It's not even just hard work. A lot of people do hard work and they never succeed at whatever it was that they said. The formula for true actual manifestation is thought plus emotional conviction equals the thing that you thought about. So the thought and the focusing of the thought plus the emotional conviction behind the thought equals the receiving of the thing that you thought about. When you put that in a real way, men are the thoughts. If you want to understand from an esoteric standpoint what men and women do and why what she says and women like that, when they want men to come into their program, why that doesn't work. It's a reason why women come into men's programs. Men's programs are the results of their thought. Okay? Men's programs, their visions, their aspirations, the things that they have thought about that they want to accomplish, that they want to do, the men that they want to be, That is their thought. It is the focus of their thought. Especially men who are actively working on their purpose and their vision. That's the thought. The reason why some of the most successful men have women and are married is because the slot that the woman feels is the emotional conviction behind the thought. She's the motor in the car. She's the emotional conviction. There's a reason why women are very emotional. We can convict with emotion. That helps the thought actually start taking frame and taking shape for real. This is, and I'm gonna get back to it, but I'm trying to explain something to you why that's a red flag, why it's really a red flag. This is why men talk about, I can do things, but when my woman supports me, when my woman is there for me, when my woman speak life to me, I feel like I can do a million things. If she wasn't there, I would do some of these things. But because she's there and she's positively supportive to me and she's doing certain things and she's making sure she make me go 100 times harder. 100, I'm hard. Go, go, go. That's the purpose. That's the purpose of us being so emotional. That's actually the purpose of our emotion. To fuel you. And if done positively, we will fuel you to heights that you never thought you would be. So when a woman says, I want a man to get on my program, she's switching the roles. She's saying, I'm the thought. I'm the thought. I'm the vision. He's the emotional engine. He's the emotional conviction to me. And then we will do what we need to do. It actually doesn't work like that. Helpmate. That's what we helping with. We're the emotional conviction to you, to men. That's what we really helping with. Washing dishes and raising kids is mundane. That's not help me. That's actually not help me. That's not what the Bible is talking about when it talk about help me. That is not what God is talking about when he explains what wives are.
Your status.
I mean, I got to see something better though. Like maybe I could switch the program, but I have to see something better. And the majority of the time, the average man doesn't show me better than what I can do for myself.
Oh, we're gonna walk this back soon. Okay, and why are you single?
Pretty much the same reason.
We're not gonna ask him why he's single.
I know he just
Ladies first.
Oh,
Even when you're right, you're wrong.
but pretty much the same reason.
You can't find a man to fit in your program?
Not all right. So all right. I guess not the same reason. I just feel like a lot of these people are not being honest with themselves.
Mhm.
It's like if you can't be honest with yourself, how are you supposed to be honest with me?
Mhm.
And it's like I'm coming across it a lot, and I'm big on integrity. So it's like
Okay, so you find some lying ass men out here.
yeah, pretty much, I guess.
Good enough. Good enough. Go ahead, Shake. What you got?
See, I'm single, but I'm dating.
You dating?
Yeah, I'm dating.
See,
I'm not in any long-term commitments, but
would you prefer to be in a long-term commitment or?
when the time is right. When the time is right, but I'm enjoying the company I have with some women I'm talking to. So shout out to them.
How many first dates do you go on?
I try not to do more than 3.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm confused. How many first dates?
That's dates before sex, right?
Mhm.
First
You
dates
know
mean
what I
dates.
mean.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
means dates before sex. I try not to do more than 3 dates before sex. So, but it happens sometimes.
Okay.
You gotta nip those in the butt though.
How many first dates do you go?
I don't date.
You don't date?
Yeah, not right now.
Cobwebs.
Okay.
It's not cobwebs, but I don't. Yeah,
You don't. You don't.
I was in a relationship for a long time.
What's a long time?
9 years. Yeah.
Ooh.
How small was that, guy?
Off and on.
Off and on. Okay, that sounds tumultuous.
Yeah, it was tumultuous.
What happened?
I take a lot of accountability.
We'll see.
We just didn't work out. He was younger than me too. I will
How
give
much
him grace
younger?
for that. 6 years younger than me.
He was 6 years younger than you?
Yeah.
Damn, well, how old was he at the time?
He was like 24 at the time,
He was 24.
and I was late 20s. However, he had better qualities as a younger person than I saw in my peers at the time. And I actually still do see. Yeah.
You said he was 24?
He was 24 at the time I was in my.
When you met or when you
23.
ended?
Yeah. We were 20. He was 23 when I met him.
Okay.
And he was in his 30s when we ended.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said you had a 6-year difference?
Yeah, we had a 6-year difference.
Damn, you was robbing a cradle. It's like
maybe, yeah.
Sugar
So I
vibes.
did give him. So that explains the time, because I was giving him some like time to like do his thing or whatever, and it was a good type of relationship for me, because it was like it was kind of arm's length too.
And how long did the relationship last? You say
off and on for about 9 years.
9 years. Okay.
Okay. So just to pause it here. Anytime these chicks are really, really vague, okay, it's a red flag to me when you don't want to tell your old dusty age. When you don't want to tell your old decrepit check engine like me age. That's a red flag to me anyway. Because women, y'all are not traditional no more. This is not like the 60s and 70s or even the 80s where women were a kind of a little bit more demure. You don't ask a lady's age. Y'all not ladies. Y'all dusty back-footed hyenas cackling through the bone. You're not a lady. They're always trying to act like I'm a lady. You're not no lady. What is that? What that birth certificate say? Unfold it. Birth certificate so old, the paper soft. Unfold it. Be careful lest you tear it up. We know you about 40. Not 40, but 40. You about 40. Then you want to be real vague and coy about the foolishness that you've been in. When chicks don't want to tell their age, they don't want to reveal how stupid they been for how long they been stupid. Because they can't rely on I'm young, so I'm naive. They well past that point. So then they don't want to talk about I've been stupid for 40 years. I've been on this earth 4 decades and I'm still stupid. That's why they don't want to talk about the age. When you get a woman, that's how you know a woman is not about to keep it real. My age, you don't want to tell. Girl, the government got your age, not the government, but the government. You tell the aid office your age. Shut up. Girl, yeah. Your birth certificate be soft. You know how the paper, kind of lose its integrity a little bit. How you intelligent, but you been on and off in a relationship with a younger man and still couldn't keep him, and he was growing in his maturity, and you was just as stupid as the day you left as it was the day you met him. So you didn't grow up, he grew up, and that's why you're not together, because you was still stupid. 10 years, he was giving you time. You was still stupid. The only thing he was doing was trying to get his weight up as a man, find what he gonna do, get his work together and stuff like that. You was still stupid and want to run the street. That's why you're on and off. They be trying to act like don't nobody know what's going on. Everybody's supposed to be stupid. Ma'am, we have lived as long as you, many of us longer. You couldn't act right. He had better sense than a lot of the other men. So why come you couldn't keep him? Couldn't build with him, couldn't grow with him. I know you don't know nothing from 1 year to the next because you're sitting there with that synthetic wig. And it's thin at the edge. I don't know why y'all don't buy better wigs. The beauty supply got a bunch of wigs. And they not even that expensive. And I don't even wear wigs. And I know that the beauty supply store don't have expensive wigs. You can get you about $50, $60 and come away with you a good wig. But no, you got them hard knock life wigs y'all got on. It's a hard knock life for us.
And when did you end it?
Recently.
Like less than a year ago?
Yeah, less than a year ago.
She just gave out her age. I got all the information for you. Those who are good at math, there you go. You're welcome.
So, yeah.
But all right. So I get that part of it. So you said you take accountability, and you're saying it was the age gap.
I think it was the age gap, yeah.
You wanted a lot more.
Yeah, by the time he got to a point that I felt like he should have been at, he wasn't there. Like, he didn't meet that mark.
Okay.
And I realized it wasn't about his age. This is just the type of person he is.
Right. That happens. Yeah. Some people are just not ambitious. And
and it took me a really long time to figure that out.
Were you trying to build it there?
Time. I wasn't trying to build, because he was already at a point. He was already at a point.
What does that mean?
He fit where he was accomplished to be a young person, but then he hit a cap and just didn't do anything after that. Does that make sense?
It does. It does make sense what you're saying, but it doesn't make sense to do that. And
right. I'm not excusing it. It doesn't make sense to do that, but it was the situation.
And maybe you didn't know, and that's fine, right? We learn sometimes our parents don't prepare us for what relationships are supposed to be like, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Mine didn't, right? I ran into a buzzsaw. I had a lot of bad things happen to me before I found my way, so I could understand that. I've made several mistakes, and the one thing that I've learned, the most valuable thing that I've learned, is you can't bring happiness to someone else. Happiness comes from within.
Absolutely.
And you can't motivate someone. Motivation comes from within.
I learned that a very hard way.
And I think that's a mistake that a lot of young ladies make. I'm glad you were at least transparent enough to say that you were the complete cause of that, because men do cap out. One thing I always refer to is a bell curve. And
Elmo says you need a new wig.
Most men are always going to be average. It's always been that way since the beginning of time. It's always going to be that way. There is no deviation. There's always been the bell curves. There are some people who will excel, and there are very few people who will be like that. Then there's going to be a decent amount of people who.
Beloved, what is you talking about? What is he talking about, y'all? Am I missing it? Because she didn't take accountability. She blamed everything on that young man. She was holding that young man back like a ball and a chain. She had a she had a point for him to meet in his life. Ain't that about something? You are not that man's wife. She was not that young man's wife. Yet she had a point for him to meet. And when he, quote unquote, didn't meet that threshold, it was a done deal. In his life, mind you. Well, he hit a thing and then he didn't go no further. No, he didn't want you in his life no more. He wanted you out of here, out of his face. You and that entity that you have on your head. He wants you and it to get out of his way. Huh? Because you didn't want to grow up. You didn't want to stop doing the stuff that you wanted to do. You heard what she said earlier. You know, it was a good relationship for me because it was at arm's length, meaning that she's not available. She's not emotionally available, and she is not present. She was not present with him in that relationship. She liked it that they didn't, you know what I'm saying, that he was young and da-da-da. She used all of that as an excuse. Okay, you go do your thing, blah, 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 blah. You know, we can hook up and that kind of thing. And then, you know, once he probably got to a space to where he wanted a little something more, or maybe he hinted at it, or maybe it was kind of coming to a head to where you got to make a decision about what you're going to do, because we're not going to keep on with this rat race between me and you, back and forth and back. And she had to tap out because she's not ready. She don't know how to have a relationship. So there was no way that she was going to be able to be in a actual relationship. This is similar to Cheyenne Bryant's story with her quote unquote man, quote unquote, her man. It was all his fault. He was immature and, you know, it wasn't gonna work and blah, 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 blah. Girl, we listen. At least Cheyenne hair don't be looking like that. I give it to her. You know, we might not agree with what she be talking about, and she be on some foolishness too. But at least Cheyenne comes somewhere put together. I will say that. You know, if she don't do nothing but slick her hair back, you know, at least she'll come with a suited and booted. You understand?
Socket life, and then most of us are going to be the average, right? So if we were talking about incomes or something, what would be acceptable for you?
I mean, I'm not going to say like
you have a number because you very calculated. You have a plan. At this point, you have it. You could say
I just want somebody to be able to.
Yeah, but you know what that lifestyle brings. Just bring a number out. Don't do it. Just go ahead.
I mean, like, all right. So I prefer Black men.
Got it. And the average is what?
And I understand that Black men don't earn the way that everybody. Yeah.
Yes.
So I would, you know, my last partner was a Black man, and you know, he was like upper 90s because of the science and stuff like that. But like,
wait.
So why is that stuck then?
Wait.
There's a lot of
that math ain't math.
holes in here.
He was in the 90s, like 90,000.
He might have
around somewhere around there. Somewhere around that.
How much you made too? It was in the group chat. Huh?
Okay, so he's making about 90 racks, but
his
you
paycheck was in the group.
Or maybe not 90. I said that's where you asked me, not his paycheck. You asked.
Beloved, I seen that too. We focused on these hyenas, but this looked like this might be a hyena. I have not heard him speak extensively yet, but he does have Walgreens gloves on. He got them gloves where the tip of the finger lets you scroll on your phone still. And he has it on with a puff coat and his watch. So I'm not sure if it's chilly in there or what. The brother said he is a hyena. Okay. Because I'm not familiar with him. But the glove, the sitting there with them Walgreens, y'all know what kind of gloves I'm talking about, with the tip of the finger that lets you still scroll on your phone so you don't have to take your gloves off. Them the kind of gloves he got on, cause they short. Yeah. I am going to, you know what? After these messages, we'll be right back. So I need everybody to go to ashkicking.com. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. This is the time to buy yourself or your loved ones, friends, and family a wonderful gift that is going to help keep their skin looking and feeling its absolute best. You can go to ashkicking.com and pick up this body butter and a range of other personal care products that are absolutely wonderful and very high quality. If it's going to be your first order, take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson at checkout. Oh, you guys are bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button, bam, bam. You got to, All right, go ahead. Thank you. HVAC said Trev needs to be held accountable too. Why bring her on here to act a fool? Black men, y'all got to do better bringing these unhinged women on your platform. It pay. Thank you to Renzo, said from government to gutterment, started from the bottom, still here. Thank you too for your contribution. I appreciate you for contributing to the show and supporting the platform. Okay. To HVAC's point about bringing certain women onto the platform, most people are to a certain extent following the fresh and fit blueprint about it. To bring women onto panels and onto podcast spaces that we know have feminist ideas and hyena ideas and things of that nature, so that there can be conflict and so that the talking points can be said and things of that nature. It does not pay well to have lionesses on anybody's podcast, because we're going to talk sense and we are not going to be explosive and we are not going to be stupid. So it does not garner the eyes and it does not garner the attention to have sensible women speaking that are going to be feminine and that are going to be reasonable in a conversation, even if they don't agree with all the points and things of that nature. Having respectable women, it don't pay. Hyenas pay. You can always make $1 off of a hyena's antics, because that's what it is. Hyenas come with a paycheck if you are willing to get paid behind a hyena. If she want to do sex work, somebody gonna get paid for her doing it. She gonna get paid and somebody else is going to get paid. Okay? If she wants to be a hyena on the internet, she's gonna get paid. Somebody's going to get paid behind it as well. If she wants to be on these panels being a hyena, somebody's going to get paid. She's probably going to get paid. And also whoever had her on their platform going to get paid, because it's a draw. People want to see the drama. This is why like podcasts, like the Whatever podcast and Fresh and Fit and similar podcasts bring the hoes on. You will never see Fresh and Fit with a panel of women who talk sense, because that show would never give them no money. They would not have been able to build a platform with sensible women. You gotta build your platform with hyenas, because hyenas is gonna act a fool. It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed that hyenas gonna act a fool at some point. You're gonna be able to trigger them. You're gonna be able to get your viral moment off of them. You're going to be able to do this. Okay. I told y'all, don't nobody like lionesses. We boring. We talk too much sense. Even when we a little spicy, we're not hyenas. We still ain't gonna be hyenas.
Where I would do in general.
Oh, that's what
with
you
black
want.
men,
Okay,
yeah.
good enough. Okay, that's not where he was.
His wasn't, yeah, he wasn't at 90K.
Okay.
He had a great trajectory though, but like I feel like with yeah, my thing, like, you know, I understand this economy,
Right.
and I'm
So you're asking for a man that's making pretty much double the average salary.
yeah.
Okay, good enough. Are there any superficial things that you like?
Superficial things that no, I mean,
So you would date a guy that's
I'm
5'5"?
relating. If he's 5'5" and he's a gangster, yeah, I would date
He's
him.
What does that mean?
gangster.
He's a
Yeah.
gangster? What is
Like
He's a
he
gangster.
comes, he is who he says he is. He is a proud person. He has integrity. He is loyal. People respect him. Yeah, I would date somebody who's 5'5".
Okay. Does
a
he have to look
gangster.
a certain way?
Word is fun.
Any personality traits? What do you expect?
I like somebody I would prefer somebody who is progressively black.
Okay.
In regard to understanding everything that's going on with our political climate, who he is, his positionality as a Black American man in this world. Like I would like somebody to really understand and hone in on that and live through that, because I feel like as a Black woman, I lived through that. And I think that would be a good match for me.
Okay. So, I mean, outside of the money, which is, I find to be wildly unreasonable. No, really.
Some like Black men are earning,
There are some men that are making that, right? But that's exceptional. That's exceptional.
There's Black men that are earning.
You're right.
Yeah.
What percentage of black men are earning?
That's probably, I would say that's definitely top 20%, lower than
Less
that. At
than
least like top 15 at the
Yeah.
at least top 15%, right?
Yeah.
That's exceptional. So
People are engineers.
no, we
my
get it.
cousins
We get
are
it. We get it. We get it. We get it.
Like
Right. I
yeah.
understand all that.
My daughter's in school right now, in pre-med for medical, so she's gonna go into that. It's not
No, that's
it's
cool.
not like
I get it.
unfathomable to
No,
me.
It's not
So we've got a grown daughter. Carry on.
unfathomable, but
Yeah.
you have to be extremely intentional about it. And right now,
You're right.
You're not even willing to date, right? And the clock is ticking. And then
What clock is ticking? Whose clock? Like what clock is it?
Men's clock, the clock that men set.
biological clock,
Yeah.
meaning
The
that-
clock-
What biological clock?
We-
I have my child that I love and I never want to reproduce again. What's the clock? That's
So you
ticking?
wanna-
wait. So then you're not even trying to offer children? You could go ahead and get him.
So let me jump in this. So
Wait, you said try to offer children. Do you understand? I know we're not getting into politics. I understand that we're not getting into politics.
No, I said children.
But do you understand? But this is in regard to children. Do you understand what's happening in our country? Smart people would not be having children right now. No, right?
smart people would not be
What?
having children.
Are we for real?
Yes.
I think you think smart people are monolith. I
Wow.
think they
So
think
you
smart
want
people all
so
agree.
as much as you're into black people, you want the race to
Understand.
die off?
Our race will never die off.
They would never die off.
Yeah.
So
Our
then you
race
just
will
want
never-
so then you
black
just
men-
want stupid people to have children. So then we're just a bunch of stupid
No,
generation. For
So
the-
no one should have children?
no.
So
Yes.
who should have children?
I think that we
Who's
should.
in position to
So-
do so?
so-
Host
I think that people
So
who should
smart
have
peop-
children, who have the resources and the energy, the emotional regulation to have children. This country does
Mental
not
health.
foster people who are financially stable, emotionally stable, who have the resources and the time, the compassion to foster healthy children. That's why everybody is depressed. Everybody's doing, you know what I mean? Like kids are all out of control. Everybody's on welfare. It's a bunch of kids in the foster system. Why would you bring more in there for some man's ego?
Got it. So
you got to be human. Sometimes I feel like black men aren't being human.
So I realized you were robbing the cradle before, but at this point in your life, I would imagine you would go older, like a lot older, particularly that you don't want children.
Not a lot older. No.
Okay. Well, what ages are you seeking?
I liked my younger person. I like the.
Yeah, but you can't do that anymore.
Yes, I can. I could date another early 30s man. Yes, I can. Is actually right. I can tell. I can show you how much I can date 3.
I mean, listen. So just because you have access to men doesn't necessarily mean that they would want to be with you forever, right? So I think that's
why would you think that I want to be with men forever?
As you listen, you start understanding. And this is actually why I dislike listening to a lot of these women talk on these podcasts, because the way in which they talk lends credence to women are always delusional and they always lie. That the way that these women speak, they speak in a way that is deceptive and manipulative and off-putting. They speak in a way that is circular and just vague enough that they can wiggle around different things. And that is a deceptive way to speak. And I don't like that. I don't like that these chicks get on here and literally do that. Women if you are not looking to bear children anymore because you're 40, that's fine. You're a baby mama. Okay. So then you would need to get an older man who has either his children are grown, so he's not looking to have no kids no more, or what have you. Trying to get with a younger man, an early 30s man isn't taking you seriously because you are not serious. You don't want nothing. This is a F girl. She don't want nothing with no man. She don't want nothing. Because being in a committed relationship with the type of man that they always describe, you cannot be the type of woman that you are to be with that man. You can't be that. You can't be this loose woman that want to do whatever you want to do. It's not going to work. So all that she can get is men to knock her down in the bed and situationships. That's all she can get. And I want people to understand that it's not always that these women are hoeing for the sake of being a hoe. Let me explain. Walk with me. It's not just situationships for the sake of situationships being in. Many of them are incapable of a serious relationship, regardless what they say, regardless what kind of man they say they want, or what kind of life they say they want, and what kind of relationship they say they want. Many of them are simply incapable of being in such relationships with the type of men that they describe. And then in order to throw it out, they want to say that those men are very, very few in number. Lions are in the minority. Lions are in the minority. It's more lions than you would think, but lions are in the minority of men because the boneyard is vast. And I don't think people really understand just how vast the boneyard is. Because there are many hyenas. They functional in the world. They can go get a job. They can go get some money. They can go in that fashion. They stable. And everything else, they're chaotic. They're not capable. These people belong to one another. The reason why they be trying to come out of the boneyard and get with lions and lionesses is because they don't want to face the fact that all of them are scumbags and they need to be scumbags together. They're a bunch of scumbags. The hyenas, they scumbags. The hyenas, they scumbags. They scumbags. All of them scumbags. All of them are no good. All of them have all kind of different whacked out qualities and characteristics that do not bode well for a healthy relationship. And they don't want to face the fact that that's who they with. That's who they belong to. They don't belong. They're not worthy. A hyena is not worthy of a lioness. He's not worthy of her. He don't know what to do with her. Just like a hyena female, she's not worthy of a lion. What's she gonna do with him? But get mad at him. That's all she gonna do. So they sit here and cap all day about the kind of man that can get her. You can't get him. So again, when you have these women in their 30s and stuff like that, when you start talking to them, they've never actually even been in a relationship. This is why you gotta stop listening to internet talk. A lot of it is lies and foolishness. I'm still gonna talk about the manufactured psyop of the gender war. I'm still gonna talk about that because that's important. But this is why the guys who be on here, you can't listen to all these chicks that be talking about what they want. It's not real. That's what I mean by it's not real. Because they're just concocting what a relationship could possibly look like. They've never been in a relationship. So they don't know. They don't know what a man really supposed to be doing and what she's supposed to be doing in a relationship. They have no idea. So you can't listen to a chick talk about, oh, he gotta make $160,000 a year because she don't know what he need to make. She don't know if that's going to help make her happy or help with being a healthy relationship or help be a stable relationship. She don't know. Right. She was making stuff up as she sipped that drink, talking out the side of her wig and saying whatever, and then crashed out. Thank you for your contribution. HVAC says, a young lion, I ain't going for that foolery. I don't care what Pookie did to you. Make it work with him. Most of these black women don't want healthy relationships. And they're just not equipped. They just not equipped for it. Hey, what's going on, Lee? They're not equipped. Not equipped for a relationship. Chicks think just because she look good, she equipped for a relationship. Male hyenas think just because they got a job, they equipped for a relationship. None of that stuff equips you for a relationship. You have no idea. Right. That had nothing to do with nothing.
I think it's hard for men. Like, now I'm sitting here, it's not that you're being delusional. It's really hard for you to conceptualize that there's some women who do not put you at the forefront, who think that men are baggage, who think that men are like stunters of manifestation. Like, I can't achieve the things I don't want with this male energy around. It's stale. And I feel like that's something that y'all really try to, like, not y'all, I'm sorry. Sometimes some men really try to convince themselves that women don't put men at the forefront.
So I realize that there are some women like that.
Life is so exciting. Like, life is exciting. When you have resources, and this is for men and women, when you have resources, like, it doesn't matter. You're not sitting looking for a love, like a life partner, when you're healthy and you have resources and you have opportunities to learn and grow and evolve. Like, men will never be at the forefront when a woman has all that access.
And that's the most truthful thing she even said. What she said right there was the most truthful articulation of how hyenas see relationships and men. And that is why they are incapable of relationships. That's why. That is why what she just said was the most articulate presentation of hyena thinking, which fundamentally disqualifies them from healthy, long-lasting, fruitful, contented, and peaceful relationships with the men that they describe. You cannot, she talk about manifesting and they never know what they're talking about. You cannot bring the kind of man you describe into your life while simultaneously believing that he is a stunter of growth, that he is a dimmer of light, and that his masculine energy is nothing but a stumbling block to everything that you want to do or think that you can achieve as a woman. That's why they don't know. That's why they can't get the men that they say that they want. Because they don't really want those men. They like the idea of the man, but they don't like the men. They don't even like the men that they describe hypothetically. They don't like that guy. Because once you get into a man's presence, a man that operate like that, you know the kind of woman you gotta be. This is why only lionesses can do it. You know what kind of woman you gotta be? They don't know nothing about being that kind of woman. They laugh at us. They laugh at us. They laugh about the kind of woman that you actually have to be. Oh, you a slave. All you centering me in. All you this, that, and the third. All of the little funny little catchphrases that they have for women who understand how to be women and are comfortable in such a role. And we're powerful in the role. Not only are we comfortable with it, we're powerful in it. So she just said why she will never be able to sustain a relationship. She will never be able to sustain it. Not in a million years she won't.
All right. So I understand what you're saying, right? But that's not the majority of women, right? I realize that there are some like that. I've interviewed hundreds of women by now. And I've spoken to many women like that.
It's picking up. The wheels is turning in a lot of girls, a lot of young women too. Like you see this new movement. I think young women are even more hostile to me. Like, you know what I mean? They not playing no games. They run a tight game, strict rules. It's not just something that's like, I understand that it might seem coveted right now, but I think it is a mentality that is growing immensely amongst women all across the board to decenter men and understand that they are not.
This is hysterical, man.
Yeah,
I want you to keep going.
I'll just have one more thing to say. Do you not think that this is going to be a detriment to
men have to evolve.
Forget the nuclear family. Then you have
men
to
have to evolve. How are you going to do
society
it?
As a whole.
I don't. Men have to evolve. How are you going to do it? If you guys have to die off because you don't procreate and no one reproduces with you, and then that's
not a thing anymore, right?
Men have to die off.
China already has robots that can hold a baby for up to 10 months term. So we don't and you don't really need the DNA of a female. So it's just one of the things. Like at this point right now, we don't necessarily need it for.
What biology class he take? I get where he's trying to go with that. They got the machine that can do the baby. Okay. Where you getting the egg? We don't need women's DNA. Yes, you do. You know, I'm all for you saying your talking point if that's what you want to do. But let's be truthful in the talking point. Just like a woman talking about she gonna go get in vitro, she still need a sperm. She cannot get away from the fact that she need a sperm in order to fertilize that egg. The egg is not gonna be fertilized without a sperm, beloved. You have a sperm and it need an egg. Else, what is it fertilizing if no egg? It needs an egg. I don't care what you put the result in, it need an egg. That's how it go. Sperms fertilize eggs. It's a lot of folk ain't finna make it. Not finna make it. Not gonna make it.
To procreate, that's not a thing anymore. And within the next couple years with AI and robotics, we got some badass engineers in the mix. So it's going to happen. That's not even going to be a thing, right? There are already people who are having test tube babies, right? Mm-hmm. This whole what we're doing right now, surrogates and IVF and all that, that's like just the prelude to what's really to come, right? We are now coming to an understanding that we don't necessarily need the opposite sex to procreate, right? So that's not the problem. But I just think that the way the country was built and what we stood on was the nuclear family, and maybe that dynamic could change. But what I'm telling people that is going to be ugly because women don't appreciate what it is that men do.
So right? You spit out a lot of facts and you're saying a lot of things about the connection between men and women. Do you realize that men benefit more in a marriage than women does, health-wise and everything? Like men benefit more
health-wise.
Yeah.
Are you going by that?
Women, no, that is a fact.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
I've already debunked that. You can get your phone, but if you really look at it, if you really dig into it,
podcast unless they
no, I'm telling you, I've already checked this fact. I've done it live on podcasts where I brought the
not from podcasts. No, I'm talking about I go to school. I do periodic reviews. I look at scholarly journals. I don't just look at other podcasts to see what other people are talking about. Women don't benefit in marriages. Men benefit more. They live longer. Men live longer in relationships.
Who benefits from divorce?
Women die faster when they're with men.
It's mutually no.
Thank
That's
you.
not a
Yeah,
fact.
yeah,
That's a
that is a
lie.
fact.
That's a fake.
One
study.
second, because
I'm telling you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's why I don't like going to
Fake
podcasts that
study.
don't have
Fake-
fact checkers here, because that's what niggas
fake
do.
study.
They
I'm
talk to
telling
each
you, I've
other
already
and they
debunked
don't
this shit.
listen to
It's
other
exact
people.
fact. I heard them.
So
You already debunked it. So who told you there was a fake study?
It's not a fake
Tell
study.
you, I'm already looking to it.
there's
I'm
propaganda
bringing
studies.
I'm
It's not propaganda. That's what you say
but-
to save your
So
ego.
I'm not-
we
You
gotta
don't think that we
understand
know
that
what
there
this
is
is?
science. There may have been a study
over.
after that, but that wasn't a fake study.
So this is the gender warfare we got over here. And she says she's a vet, right?
I am. I'm a
so
motherfucking problem. I promise
Yeah,
you. I'm ungovernable. It's over for you.
and that's exactly what a man of value wants.
I'm ungovernable. I'm ungovernable. But it was the other man's fault. It was the young man's fault that you are no longer in any kind of relationship with him or anyone else. That was his fault. He had the shortcomings, but you 40 years old talking about you ungovernable? Ungovernable. You cannot be governed. You are a person that does not accept structure. But were you just not in the military? They governed you. Because I guarantee you, you didn't do what you wanted to do in that boot camp. And if you rose to any rank or you stayed in the military for any length of time and you signed those contracts, then you were definitely governable. You were governable to a high degree. Because once you go into the military, you become a governmental asset. They own you in quite a literal way. You do not get to do anything that you want to do. They have a different set of rules for you for coming into the military. You do not live by normal civilian rules anymore. You have strict things that you must comply, or you can be court-martialed and dishonorably discharged, or you can be jailed, or any number of things. So if you were in the military, you were every kind of governable, you were every kind of submissive and obedient that you could have been. You governable. It's just that, and the reason I'm saying that is because you know how to act, you know how to listen. You know how to be under a structure and not buck a system. You understand how to do it when you think you're benefiting from it. She don't think she's better than the government. She thinks she's better than a man, a black man specifically. So therefore, he cannot govern her. She's a bed wench. This is the heart, mind, and speech of a bed wench. I'm not even gonna use divester. That ain't no divest. She a bed wench. Divestors come from the bed wench line. They are the descendants of bed wenches.
She's exactly what a man of value wants, an ungovernable woman.
Fucking ungovernable.
Yeah, oh my God. Like everyone's gonna be a line around the corner of men waiting for that. I want to say this though. You
How much money do you earn?
So
I earn a lot. I'm a YouTuber. I earn a lot of money.
Inside.
Yeah.
I've been with lawyers. I've been with doctors.
Okay.
I've been with white men.
You've been.
Yes,
Oh
I
my
did.
gosh, she reached the.
She put. I told you this was a bed. This is the heart of a bed wench. She did. This is bed wench spirit. She got a bed wenching spirit. I've been with doctors. I've been with lawyers. I've been with white men. Don't nobody care about white bread. He musty anyway. Mr. Carr, I don't care nothing about Mr. Carr, right? She said that like that was something. She said like that was supposed to be somebody. He musty. He jump in the shower and rub his hands on his hot spots and come out, and you sucks on it. Okay? He don't like washcloths. And he didn't want you either. Because you ain't with him. Bed wench. You ain't with him neither. Still got that bed wench's spirit. Don't nobody care about that bed wench's spirit. It's a disgusting little spirit. You runs around there, you know what I'm saying, and you get with him and he's filthy. They filthy. I'm sorry. I just do not have a high opinion of Mr. Cartwright and his hygiene. I do not have a high opinion of that. I'm sure that there are exceptions to that. But college did me in, baby. When I was in college in them dorm rooms, baby, I seen it up close, and I was like, oh, So he was supposed to feel some type of way because I've been with white men. Ew.
The top of the mountain. She's been a white man.
She's a divested.
Oh my
I'm
God.
divested. I'm divested.
And you just talking about how we're on the thumb of white supremacy.
Yep. And I'll
So
tell
what, you want to control the thumb?
You want to control the thumb? You want me to get into it?
She's pointing too.
There was a point in time in my life where I felt like black men were failing so badly. I was very young, so I was 19, by the way, too. So
the reason, before we really let her finish this foolishness, the reason she got triggered is because he sarcastically said that men of value don't want her. He sarcastically said, oh, she ungovernable. Men will be waiting a line around the corner for that. Okay, so since he was saying that in a sarcastic way, that's what triggered her off. How dare you say don't nobody want me? They do not hard wig. That explains the wig. The wig is explained by the bed when that is a bed wenching wig. That's a bed wench wig. It's a bed wench wig. That explains the wig. Why y'all ain't tell me that was why the wig was a hard wig, soft life? That is a bed wench wig.
I was a kid, but that I thought that black men were failing so immensely that I did, for a moment, see how white men marry easy. White men help their families easy. White men their wives benefit from their partnership easy. I did see that, and I was caught up in that idea in regard to how white men might they do it better than niggas don't figure it out early enough, and they waste time, blah blah blah. So I went with the white man, but I realized, because I take accountability and everything, like all of these, this was a systematic way of thought, and I shouldn't have thought. I should have understood why black men are the way they are, and that all the systematic, the domino effects to put them in their situations like that. And the only reason why white men are the saviors for the moment is because society allows them to be. So once I deconstructed that, I went back to black men, and I'm here to stay.
I want to make a point because I don't even want to touch that. I think the internet's going to touch that for us. But I think you said that
if this goes out,
you said that
you might have to cut this part.
Yeah, you got to cut her part. Yeah. What she said was some bullshit. But you
I said was some bullshit.
Let me explain, because you held the mic.
You're very sensitive.
You held the mic.
Extremely
I've been taking my turn.
Yeah, she's extremely sensitive. And I grew up around boys. Like, I know sensitive boys. I have all boy cousins.
So sensitive. I'm gonna cry after this podcast is over.
I can look you in the eyes and see
tears.
Who really got it.
Oh my God. No. I won't be able to sleep at night thinking about, oh my God, if I could only be with a woman like her. Anyway, but the point I want to make, right, is this.
You think the internet gonna grind me up?
Oh yeah, they're gonna chew me up. They're gonna chew me up. You said that women don't benefit from marriage. You said men benefit from marriage. Was that correct?
And they dingy. The socks is low-key dingy. It's not a new pair of white socks. And baby, why you got on white socks with them little booties and them little tight pants, skinny leg pants? You was not supposed to have on white socks with them bed winch booties on and skinny leg stonewash jeans and a fake Thriller jacket from Shein. And a hard wig. And you thought you was gonna get on here and roast somebody and really tell somebody something. And I don't like to use the word tether, but she's not American. I did pick that up just looking at her. It's given her family's not American black. Like her family not. Like I said, I don't use the word tether because I think that's a slur. But who wears stonewash jeans anymore? It's the white compression socks for me.
Okay. Who benefits from divorce?
Y'all.
We do?
The woman, if the man has money.
Okay.
The average nigga does not have money. Nobody's going to get anything from divorce.
7 out of the 10 richest women are the beneficiary from marriage, right? Whether it was death or divorce.
There are women who become billionaires from divorce.
Why are you talking about billionaire concepts? You're an average nigga. What are you talking about?
I'm not an average dude.
You are.
I'm not an average nigga.
Trying to illustrate the point
but the point I'm trying to make, and that's why she thinks I'm sensitive. I'm not even offended by that.
You're talking about custody, alimony is paid by how much percent?
But
it's like 93%
alimony
men.
Is for white men. Niggas don't pay alimony.
What?
We already know the news channel she watches. Yeah, we know the news channel.
Pay alimony.
But here's the thing.
Yes, we do.
Are you paying alimony right now?
What's the percentage of black men marriage in this country? And then tell me how much y'all pay alimony.
Hold on.
Tell me what the percentage.
This podcast is going to hold on. This podcast is going to be
because if I don't want anything to come out, it ain't going.
Well, because you're embarrassed. Because you're embarrassed about what you're saying.
I'm not embarrassed.
I'm not embarrassed about what I'm saying. So you can use whatever I'm saying. You can put it out. Okay.
You're a very insecure person. You probably thought that I was going to be. You're not used to women like me.
I am not used to masculine women.
I'm not a masculine woman. I'm so soft. Exactly.
You date young men 6 years younger than them. You want them to be gangsters.
That's not what I'm saying, right?
He's 5'5" and wanting to be a gangster.
That's not what I said.
If you're not a gangster, he better be white because white people they marry.
That's not what I said. He's so insecure. That is all projection.
I'm just projecting.
That's all projection.
But I want to make this
he's more so a figure of speech.
This is the point I want to make, though. This is the point I want to make. We told them. She said women benefit.
You're not married. You don't have any kids. You're a YouTuber. I'm a veteran. I'm a widow because I was married, right? I have a daughter that I put in one of the best schools in this country, right?
Mhm.
I'm not going to say how much I make money, but I make very good money. I'm a contributor to my community.
And I still don't want you.
I don't want you.
But I don't want a woman
Like,
like-
what the-
And I don't want a woman like you.
And women don't want
I
men
don't-
like
I
you,
don't
but
want a
he's
woman like-
upset because women are becoming more like me, and he's not.
Doesn't
Like,
upset me.
it's
It
not
doesn't
the
upset me.
thing.
My dad always told me that a man is not going to argue with a woman.
Absolutely,
We're having a
not.
discussion.
Like,
We're not arguing.
my 6-year-old.
Marry at what point? I don't believe that. Marry well. At what point? If you were in your later 20s when you met the guy in his younger 20s, when were you married? And she said he was widowed. She was widowed. So he got deleted somehow, or he died. But if you was in a relationship, quote unquote, a marriage with a man, and then at some point afterwards, you got into a quote unquote relationship with another man and that relationship didn't work, where is the hatred for men coming from? That's kind of what I was thinking. That crossed my mind. That seemed like the thing that make the most sense. She full of a lot of lies. There are lies being told around this table here tonight.
The young girl that was 6-year-old wasn't back and forth like this.
Like,
I'll tell you that.
She didn't stay with him.
So all right, so let's get to that part of it. So I do understand that there is.
I'll never forget you.
Right.
I know
You're the reason why I don't date.
I'm going to forget you. I'm going to
You're
forget.
the reason why I
Trust me.
don't date.
This is going to be a race out of my mind.
Do you see this? This is the reason why I don't
So
date.
are you saying that men like this?
Masculine men.
I earn more money than him. He's a YouTuber. He's my age. He's almost 40. And he's a YouTuber. Like, come on now.
She earns more money. You don't know what I earn.
You're a YouTuber.
Have you seen my channel? And the millions of views that I got?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Can you find me a Fiji? I can fly myself to Fiji tomorrow.
I just came back to Africa from Africa.
Boy, bye.
And yes, we got Fiji money. What are you talking about? You don't know me. When
I know
that?
you.
When that?
I've seen you 1,000 times. Like, I know you.
So you've seen my content before.
No.
So what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Next question.
So
Can you move on?
yeah. So
But sir, hold on.
No,
hold on here. Because here's the issue, right? Women like her overtalk men, and it's fine. We're gonna let the footage reveal that, right? We're gonna let the footage reveal that.
No,
But we sat here quiet.
This
We sat quiet while she went on long rants.
Go ahead.
And
I
tried
didn't
to
see the
interject
wig
at times.
adjustment.
But I was like,
I'm
no,
not that. I'm actually
the footage. We got Fiji money. We talk masculine men.
I earn more money.
And I don't want a woman like you.
And women don't want
I
men
don't-
like
I
you,
don't
but
want a
he's
woman like
upset
you.
because
Oh,
women are
baby
becoming
man.
more like me, and he's not
Doesn't
like.
upset me.
I know you didn't pull that wig up like a shirt. Come on, y'all. Let me read these super chats. We're gonna be here for a little while longer. Who's supporting the show? Thank you, Thanos, for supporting the show. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you to Renzo, that she's either disrespecting her son or deleting by him way of the system before having a son with her attitude and way of thinking. Thank you so much, Raw, for your contribution. I appreciate you. Thank you again. HVAC said, if you don't do what the fool Hegs tells you to do, y'all heard what he said, get out. Black men like myself have taken this motto, and I don't like Hegseth. And thank you, King Adam says, systematic thinking, the grass wasn't greener. Yeah, that all that babble she did just means that she was not desirable to them. Every time she get heated, that wig stand up. Every time she yelled, the wig jump. Like, wait a minute. Hold on. The wig said, oh, I ain't know we was getting hype. I ain't know we was getting hype. We getting hype. You ain't let me know. You gotta give me a heads up when we get ready to smack somebody. You gotta give me a heads up on that. Okay? That's what I'm saying, baby. So if she was married before, she would have mentioned that first. She wouldn't have mentioned the young boy relationship. She lying. She lying. Her that wig said, tell him about the gun line, boss. Tell him about the gun line, boss. Thank you so much. Move fast. It's been a while since I contributed. Change my name and profile pic. Anyway, I support you. Thank you so much. I don't remember who you used to be, but if you've been rocking for a while, thank you and welcome back. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Okay, here we go.
It's not, my dad always told me that a man is not going to argue with a woman.
Absolutely.
We're having a discussion. We're not arguing.
My 6-year-old, the young girl that was 6-year-old wasn't back and forth like this.
Like,
I'll tell you that.
She didn't stay with him.
So, all right. So let's get to that part of it. So I do understand that there is.
I'll never forget you.
Right.
I know you're the reason why I don't date.
I'm going to forget you. I'm going to forget you.
You're the reason why I don't date.
This is going to be a race out of my mind.
Do you see this? This is the reason why I don't date.
Are you saying that men like
masculine men?
I earn more money than him. He's a YouTuber. He's not 80. He's almost 40. And he's a YouTuber. Like, come on now.
You don't know what I earn.
You're a YouTuber.
Have you seen my channel? And the millions of views that I got?
Doesn't matter. Okay. Can you fly me to Fiji? I can fly myself to Fiji tomorrow.
I just came back to Africa from Africa.
Boy, bye.
And yes, we got Fiji money. What are you talking about? You don't know me.
I know you. I've seen you 1,000 times. Like, I know you.
So you've seen my content before?
No.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Next question.
Sure, hold on.
No,
hold on here. Because here's the issue, right? Women like her overtalk men, and it's fine. And we're gonna let the footage reveal that, right? We're gonna let the footage reveal that. No, but we've sat here quiet. We sat quiet while she went on long rants.
Go ahead.
And I tried to interject at time, but I was like,
I'm not that. I'm actually a softie.
Okay,
he's so soft. He's foaming at the mouth over a softie.
Just one.
I'm not even a hard girl, and he can't take me.
I think you're hard. I think you're hard. I think you're very hard. I think you're very hard. But I understand.
When I say that's the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God, she flirting. This is a hyena flirt. She flirting. This is like when we was little kids and little boy hit you because he ain't know how to flirt. So he would bother you and he would try to talk to you, but he ain't know how to talk to you. So he would try to say little slick stuff or he try to hit you or something like that. And then once you tell on him and you tell about how he trying to hit you, and then the adults start laughing and be like, he just don't know how to tell you he like you. He don't know how to say that. This is hyena flirting. This is boneyard flirt. This is how they flirt in the boneyard. Now, the guy, he knows she flirting. That's why when she said all of the stuff she said, he said, and I still don't want you. Because he knows she's flirting, because that's how hyenas flirt with each other. Try to be brash and boisterous and talk down and that. She want him to be like, she want him to buck up and be like, nah, I got this kind of money. The reason she talking about, oh, he a YouTuber, he ain't got no money, is because she wants him to try to prove her wrong, and in so doing, give her the information that she's looking for. How much money he make. Can you fly me to Fiji? I.e., I would like to go to Fiji with you. But I'm not sure if you have the funds. So I don't know you well enough to ask you flat out what kind of money you make. But I want to try to ascertain how much money you make by saying stuff like, I can fly myself to Fiji. Can you fly me to Fiji? I.e., I would love to fly to Fiji with you, sir. She masculine. I'm not masculine. I'm soft. I.e., I'm putting on a show right now, but you can definitely clap these cheeks. Especially if you got Fiji money. If you got Fiji money, definitely you can clap these cheeks. Boy, this wig, boy, be a boy.
You know why I understand you? Because I listen to you, and what I've heard from what you said is that you like men that are...
You don't understand.
You like men...
We cut from such a different cloth, nigga. You do not understand.
Just be quiet for 1 second, right? Just let me talk. 1 second. I'm
only quiet for people I respect.
Okay.
I respect men.
You don't
I will be quiet for you. If you wanna
So this is what I'll do. Let's give him 1 minute, and then if you need a rebuttal or something.
Yes, is that okay?
No, I'm answering it as I talk to men I respect.
Okay. Anyway, so I understand women like you, right? There's a lot of propaganda telling women that you're exceeding men.
I'm talking about lived experience. He's talking about propaganda.
So
that's what I'm saying. He's a young boy in his mind.
So
like, I'm a grown woman with lived experience in real life. He keeps telling me propaganda. I'm telling him my real experiences. He's telling me that how I'm feeling and how I'm internalizing it is propaganda. He's a child.
I get it. So just give him a minute. We only gonna give him 1 minute, and then I'm gonna give you your time to rebuttal.
All right,
and we won't allow him to interrupt you either.
All right, got you.
Okay. So I understand women like you, right? You've been sold this reality that it's not true, and it's fine. It's fine. You sold the idea that only men benefit from marriage, but we tried to make the point to you earlier on that women actually, the only way they could get divorced, last time I checked, is if they were married, and most of the wealthiest women in the world became wealthy through divorce. That is true. So I've never heard of a man become a billionaire through divorce, but we've heard of women that became billionaires through divorce.
White women become billionaires through divorce. What are you talking about? Like, this is not our conversation.
So if you could just forget it, go ahead.
This is not our conversation.
You can go ahead.
Like, what is he talking about? We're talking about relationships amongst us, right?
Okay.
Like he's putting in statistics and scenarios that he's not even a part of. Like, what are you pulling out?
That was my fault. I brought that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't understand what you part of. We're talking
going that direction.
We're talking about real people. That's why I don't like talking to YouTubers. I'm a real person. I pay taxes. I'm an everyday average person. I'm a civilian and I'm a vet. Like, I understand the military life and things like that. Like, I want to have real conversations with real people. About real concepts.
And YouTubers, we're from Mars. We're not real people.
So how about this?
I just don't respect anything.
We do understand.
I feel like I've done so much more.
You don't know me. What do you keep telling me? You keep telling me about me. You don't know me.
Hold on. Let's get past that part, because
like, you're screaming it. Look at you.
I don't think that's going to really go anywhere. But I do want to get somewhere with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we're saying that there is something wrong between the relationship dynamics between men and women, how can How is it possible for us to bridge the gap?
We can't, because if she wants to lead, men won't follow.
I think we can. Can I answer your question? Can I answer your question?
We're gonna let her go. Then you got it right after.
I think
we're gonna let her go first.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, so I think the problem with that is we have to be realistic about whether or not men are capable of leading, because we're not going to just go blindly follow after someone that we deem incapable. So it's a lot of these men that sit here like, follow me, follow me, follow me. A real leader does not have to tell you to follow them. You're going to see the way they lead and naturally fall in line. So the problem is a lot of these guys, they want to be like, oh, I'm a leader. And the reality of it is you're not. And you wonder why these women are not following you is because you're not a leader. You're not even showing none of these characteristics.
It's the delusion of the reality that men are.
I have women that follow me.
There's this delusion of a reality,
and I feel like that's another thing
that isn't conducive with the real world anymore.
It's the difference between women and females. So
rules
I feel like
everything.
That's a difference.
Money rules everything. It's getting so cutthroat out here.
I'm glad you said that.
It's getting so cutthroat out here that money is over everything. Your mentality and money. If you're not on the same page, and
I know I've been harping on this stuff lately. But the way in which these chicks communicate, the way that they show up themselves, with the way that they present themselves, the way that they are showing up, and there's no way that a man with his eyes open cannot distinguish a hyena from a non-hyena. There's no way. Because the one in pink has just been sitting there quietly. And you would think that because she has not been the most vocal out of the two women, that she might think differently, or that she might have a more demure attitude, or she just not rah-rah. But once you start talking, that's where the mindset come in at. That's what you're listening for. You're not looking for the performance. Do she cook? Do she clean? Do she have? You're not looking for the performance. You're looking for the mind. What do she say? When we talk about these certain subject matter, and I'm listening for how you think about that. I'm listening for how you view that. And your viewpoint is either a hyena's viewpoint or it is a lioness's viewpoint. I'm starting to listen, y'all dudes, a lot of y'all guys looking for good women. Start talking to these women, like talk to them for real. Don't just talk to them good enough to get the panties. And so you don't want to bring up too many different subject matters and stuff like that to ruin your chances of probably having sex with her. If you really vetting these women, start having real conversations with them. Have real conversations with them. They're going to show you who they are. These are not mastermind women. These are not super extra smart women. These are not some type of genius level women. These are you hear how they talk. They actually low key stupid. So it don't take a whole lot of conversation to bring it out. She got a messed up mindset. She a bird for real. So if you talk to her and you talking to her and you having certain conversations, her being a bird is going to come out quickly. It don't take 5-6 years. It don't take 20 years and an investment of 4 kids in a house. No. Just like women gotta vet carefully, Just like women gotta keep looking, she gotta look deeper. She gotta have certain conversations. She gotta, you know what I'm saying, see in certain instances what kind of man this really is. She gotta observe his life and things of that nature. She gotta make a determination about this guy. It's the same thing with y'all, with the women. Stop it. We don't know the difference between a lioness and a hyena. Yes, you do, because the hyenas are very proud to be hyenas. They love being hyenas. They speak it proudly. They say it with their chest. They ready to wag their finger at you about, you know what I'm saying, what it is and what it ain't, and this, that, and the third, and you know, and blah, blah, blah. Stop looking for the performance of the woman. Do she have sex with you when you want? Can she cook? Can she clean? There are plenty of hyenas that are domesticated. That's not a vetting tool. Plenty of hyenas are domesticated. I have known plenty of hyenas, very domesticated. They gonna clean the house. They gonna cook the food. They sure are. And they gonna have sex. But your life is going to be going to hell in a handbasket with them, because they are going to keep up so much foolishness. You are not going to have any peace. You will have a plate of food and no peace. Y'all gotta raise the bar a little higher than cook, clean, do she serve. You gotta raise the bar a little higher than do she serve you, because any woman can perform that. What she can't perform is her mindset. She can't perform that. Women are like incapable of performing that. We're incapable of performing in our mindset. That's gonna come right on out. All you gotta do, keep on talking. Even if she trying to say whatever she think you want to hear or whatever she think is the right answer, you're gonna be able to suss it out, because it's not gonna make no sense. And it's not going to be cohesive to what you seeing and other things that she say as well. It's not gonna be congruent. So it's gonna be like, okay, so but I thought you said that you felt like this, that, and the third about that. So then, wait a minute. Now, when we got over here, it was a different story. Well, why? She inconsistent with her mindset. Once her mindset is inconsistent and she's showing you these inconsistencies, that is what you are looking to suss out. All that extra quiet, and she don't want to have conversations with you that reveal her mindset, is also a red flag. The one in the pink doesn't want to talk, but she's not any better than the other one. She just not as loud.
In regard to how to overcome these obstacles that are amongst us during these unprecedented times. Nobody has ever seen things like this in this country and throughout this year.
I agree that women feel like money is their god. Money is their god. They worship money. And this is the problem.
Because money gets you out of fuck niggas like this. You don't have to deal. You don't have to deal. You have the choice to live in your own truth, be in your own energy, and do the things that you want to do until you die without ever having to deal with the counterparts.
Right.
Like,
do you believe that the men of value, that these top nine...
What men of value? Nobody cares about those men. Men don't... It doesn't matter. Bad bitches don't put men...
You're not a bad bitch. You're not a bad bitch. Calm down. But do you believe the men that make more than...
You are a coward. You're a coward. I know gangsters. No, listen. I want you to understand something, because I told you this before. I know gangsters.
What does that mean?
And I'm looking you in your eye right now. You're not
I'm not against it.
Nigga, no. And you're not against it. You're also a coward.
Why are you
and
upset?
You don't like women because I don't.
Women.
Because no,
I don't love black women.
And
Dark
you're
skin
so
women.
insecure.
I love dark skin black women.
You're inadequate.
I love dark skin black women. But I don't like masculine women.
I'm not masculine.
I like dark
telling you
skin
the
black
truth.
women.
You're a child. You're a child.
Okay.
You're a child.
You're allowed to say that.
You're a child.
The point I'm trying to make.
You're a child.
Where's the men that make $9,000?
You're a child
that want to date this.
I have.
Who wants this in their household? Who wants to come home to this?
Whatever.
Who wants to come home to this?
Thank you.
All right, wait. Okay, time out.
Who wants to come home to this?
How about we get back? Let's get back on topic. I don't want to take.
And it's not just black.
And
I think beautiful women. I think black women are objectively the most beautiful women on the planet.
He's a panderer. He knows what to say. He knows when he's doing a white tactic. He's doing a white boy tactic. Let me tell you something. How he's doing a white boy tactic. I'm about to get in my politics right now. Let me tell you how he's doing a white boy tactic, right? Because he's telling you he loves all the superficial things about black women, right? But he doesn't understand, like when black women. What did Malcolm X say? The black woman is the most disrespected and unprotected woman in this country, right? And when we internalize that and we do that like that and whatever, a real nigga would have compassion about how black women represent themselves in the tight game that they run, right? A fuck nigga from the Caribbeans will ostracize you. Will ostracize you and make you feel like, oh, you're angry, you're this, you're that. No, I'm not that. I'm telling you something. And before you air this out, you're gonna, because I didn't know that I was gonna be in the presence of someone like this, and that's what I told you before I got here. I don't like these fucking type of niggas. I told you that. And I
caused you to behave.
I'm going to Grenada. I'm moving. That's what
Grenada. It's called Grenada.
I'm gonna say Grenada because I don't fucking believe anything.
That's absolutely fine. But she believes that men of value.
Grenada. Can't even pronounce it. The other one is laughing. I told you, every time she get hyped, that wig jump. It don't be ready. The wig don't be ready.
Oh, this might not
this. She believes men of value want this.
Nigga, look. First of all, you smell funny, right?
I smell funny?
Yes, you do. You smell funny, and the niggas that I fucking fuck with, you could never touch. Even the fucking white boys, you lame ass nigga. Are you fucking serious? Get the fuck out of here.
Yo.
Get the fuck out of here. See, I told you don't bring me around these nut ass niggas. I make too much money. I make $350,000.
So then represent yourself, nigga. So then represent yourself like a professional woman. Sit down and have a conversation.
But you keep antagonizing. You gotta.
She called me a child. She's allowed to call me a child. She's allowed to call me a child. She called me a fuck nigga, a child.
All right, listen. Can you?
You're blocking the camera. She's allowed to call me a fuck nigga, a child.
You're talking about a camera.
You're allowed to call me a fuck. Hold on, answer me first. She's allowed to call me a fuck nigga and child, bitch ass nigga. I know gangsters.
After you was antagonizing her, this is what I'm saying. You've been saying, look, you've been.
You're still beautiful. You.
See how the other one taking up for. She only saying that after you've been antagonizing her, and you need to just leave her alone. You see what I'm saying? All you gotta do is listen to him talk. She came to her hyena friend's defense. And I don't know what Mr. Trev was doing. You were supposed to shut her all the way off. Hey, don't be standing up over because I run a tight ship here, and I'm not going to have any of my guests feeling uncomfortable or feeling as if the environment is not safe for them to be here. So you cannot stand over nobody and be dictating and all that kind of stuff with a glass in your hand. So you are excused out of the studio. Period. Bye. We don't need to continue this relationship. Once she stood up over him, that's assault. See, people think assault is the hitting. No, that's the battery part. Assault is the threat. I might hit you. I might get at you. I'm standing over you.
You being black, you're still beautiful being dark skinned and black. I find
fuck up.
Yeah, shut that fuck. Yeah.
You're so beautiful for being dark skinned and black.
I still like I would still like black women after this.
For fucking 2 fucking weeks.
I'm gonna still like black women after this. I'm gonna still like black women after this.
Black American men after this.
Okay.
Black American men, the Malcolm X's.
Okay.
Fuck these niggas.
Yeah. There you go, folks. This is what black men have to do with.
No, you wasn't taking out niggas like you.
Okay.
You would never fuck me. You would never fuck me.
Why would I never said I wanted to.
You would never fuck me. You would never get a bitch.
You would never
pull your bitches up.
You would never
pull your bitches up. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
But
this is a
moot point. It don't even matter.
I think you said
it don't matter.
You say you're professional women.
YouTube ass nigga. I'm 40 years old. I'm YouTube. Where your 401k, nigga? Shut the fuck up.
Her wilding out in that rainbow jacket and the shoes. In them Pirate of the Caribbean shoes. All they missing is a buckle. Leprechaun at the end of the rainbow shoes. And they're still letting her walk around with a glass in her hand. Still walking around acting a fool. She's still mad. She's extra mad because that's why she said, you will never F me, because she liked that man. She liked him. She's attracted to him. That's also what the trigger was about. The trigger here is twofold, that he told her she's not worthy. Women hear rejection. And then a man that she's attracted to says she's not worthy. So that translates into I'm not worthy of him either, and I kind of like him. So when she got rejected for her indirect flirting that she was trying to do, now she's super extra triggered, and now that's why he all kind of B's and, you know what I'm saying, BANs, and he ain't got this and he ain't got that, you know what I'm saying, and all that. She crashing out because he rejected her. She got all that feminist rhetoric, but for her, it ain't nothing but some rhetoric and some propaganda that she likes to say, because she likes to just say it. She thinks that it hurts. She thinks that by saying the propaganda that she say, which I don't believe that she believes, she likes that propaganda because she thinks that she can use it to inflict the same kind of rejection pain that she internalizes every time a man that she liked rejects her. This is a femcel. See, we don't really talk about the part where the women are also awkward and socially ill-equipped. She doesn't know how to be flirtatious. When anytime anytime these women have failed, when you have forgotten how to flirt with a man. And it's so easy to flirt with a man. Oh my God. is one of the easiest things. All you gotta do is like and talk with a little sense and compliment him a little bit. You know, and they be flirted with. Men be completely flirted with after that. They either too masculine, don't know how to flirt, or they too hoish and sexual, don't know how to flirt. They go to two ends of the extreme. They don't know how to flirt with men. They don't even know how to be around men or actually attract men. They just try to either sexually lure men to them, or you know what I'm saying, they twist his arm to come be with him. You gonna be over here with me, you know what I'm saying? All that. Don't know how to just chill. You know what I'm saying? Feminine energy is an attraction energy. It's an energy that it's coy. It has to be coaxed. It's a subtle kind of energy. It's a receptive energy. Feminine energy is receptive. So we come around to get you to receive us. It's not dominating. Come get you. That's not really the nature of, that's not feminine energy really, especially when it comes into flirtation and, you know, the interplay between masculine and feminine when you really flirting. It's supposed to make a man want to come over there. Feminine women have an energy that draws the attention of men. She don't have to be over sexual. It's actually preferred that she not be. Over sexuality actually overshadows femininity. Being too sexual overshadows femininity. It blocks it. This is why women who they dress a little bit more modestly, but yet it's really feminine, and they have that energy, men be like trying to figure out where that energy coming from. Which woman is that? Just like masculine energy is not, I'm gonna beat all these dudes up, and it's not performative. It just is. See, when women are way too sexual, it's performative. When they are too aggressive, performative. Feminine energy just is. And masculine energy is not performative either. It's actionable, but it's not performative. It just is. Shut the fuck up.
Where's your 401k?
Where your 401k, you YouTubing ass 40-year-old ass nigga?
Hey.
We out, T. Stupid ass.
Oh, with an ER.
Yep.
With an ER.
Listen, I got lawyers. You don't want to do this. So you want this, like, let me see this tape first. Where's that contract? Where's that contract? You don't want to do this. Let me see it first. Wrong bitch. I told you. I told you on the ride up here. These niggas is not ready for me.
And I didn't know because he was looking antagonizing you. I ain't even gonna hold you.
It's my fault.
Yeah, you're a corny nigga.
I know. I'm responsible for bad behavior.
We just had this whole conversation about how males and females are wired differently.
So why is that allow bad behavior?
It doesn't have to do with allowing bad.
Your daddy was in your life.
He wasn't, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, he wasn't, right?
Was he or not?
He was. Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what you're talking about. She thinks she knows me.
Because his daddy probably told him to come over and think that his little nut ass is better than Black America.
So don't take it personal.
I don't take it.
That's why you was throwing your little shots all night, and that's why she on
I'm throwing my shots all night. So I'm at fault for her behavior. Black men are responsible for the behavior of women.
See how her friend See, I keep telling y'all about the hierarchy in the boneyard. The one with the we like the cars that go boom, jacket on. She's the higher ranking hyena. The other one follows up behind her. Cause you heard us say, "Come on, T, we out." Like who? They like little flunkies and yes men and all that kind of stuff. Now the host, you know, Trev is in these spaces. Mr. Trev, come to the front, beloved. Why did we just sit there? Did we not understand what to do in this instance? Was this like a new situation? Because you are the host and a guest of yours got out of control. So she was supposed to be promptly removed from the situation since she did not know how to calm herself down. She did not know how to behave properly. She could not have a civil conversation. She dominated the conversation. Okay. So I didn't see a lot of boundaries placed nor enforced on the talking time and the the discussion. She dominated the discussion with all of her ideas and opinions. And as she was escalating, I did not see any kind of, hey, you might want to calm down, and some control over the environment. It's your environment, Mr. Trev. It's an environment you created that you are inviting people to. In so doing, there must be parameters and boundaries that are enforced and are enforceable. So if any of your guests don't want to abide by the rules that you set in your environment, then they have to leave that environment. So I don't know, Mr. Trev. I don't know, Mr. Trev. That was not a good example of handling such a situation. You had somebody getting out of control, threatening and trying to intimidate another one of your guests, and it's unacceptable. Because what if she would have decided to hit him with that glass or what, and then he sue you because he was on your show when it happened? Never once did he stand up. Never once did he threaten her back. He didn't try to intimidate her or anything. So if the physical environment cannot be controlled properly, everybody got to be on the internet. We just gonna do a panel. And I say that what the young people say, I say that respectfully as one content creator to another. You have to think about your brand, you have to think about your platform, and you have to think about what happens on your platform. And guests will not be willing to come there if they don't feel like the environment is reasonably safe of physical altercation. Thank you, Truth, said Miss Crimson. You in rare form today. Everyone like, share, and subscribe. Everyone like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Pharaoh, said tell them about the headline ball, not the headline. Thank you, Eli, for becoming a member.
But now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
Thank you again. HVAC said, Black men, you will be in the grave by 40 if you deal with a hyena. Brother Terenzo said a China owner should have shut her completely down. There went his manliness right out of the door. Thank you again, said Trev. This is your fault. 1 out of 10. Thank you, Classy. Said this is her farewell tour to men in general. She knows it's over for anything when it comes to men. She might as well date and marry her even dumber friend that keeps smiling like a Cheshire cat. Right. She over there study grinning. Thank you again, Pharaoh said, why would he sleep with a drunk gargoyle? Thank you, Charles James, for becoming a member. I appreciate you.
But now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
Thank you, Move Fast, and hit the like button for this legendary teaching. Please hit the like button and please hit the subscribe if you have not. Thank you, Tutal, said I am the table, because boy, I read that in her voice. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rhinos. Bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. The type of whoopers you get you wouldn't understand. Thank you so much. Thank you, King Adam again. Says surprise she hasn't thrown the drink. I was waiting on that actually. Thank you again to Rizzo. Said her and Leslie gonna fight at the table and cry in the car. Change my mind. I'll wait. And last but certainly not least, thank you so much, HVAC. Said Chris, I understand the difference between hyenas and lioness, but dudes ain't about to swim in a venomous pool of snakes to find the one that won't bite. I hear you. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for walking through it with me. Like I said, I had not watched that whole thing, so yeah, we all watched it together, and I appreciate you guys for checking it out with me and hanging with me. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.